everybody, I hope you're all well. It's Miss Copper here, and today I'm going to be giving you a literacy lesson. And in this lesson we are going to be creating our own fantasy land. Now this is aimed at Key Stage 2, but if you are in Key Stage 1 or early years, you can join in with some of the activities and get all your creative ideas together. Now you will need a pencil, some paper, and the most important thing, your imagination, because that's what's going to really create some great stories and lands. You can stop the video at any point if you would like to write down your ideas or any thoughts that come up along the way. Now, the first thing that I would like to do, we are going to do a little starter. You're going to look at the names of these lands. For each land, write a few bullet points or little notes, thinking about what it might be like and what might happen there. So first, we have the land of goodies. Now when I think of the land of goodies, I think of a land of sweet treats like cakes and chocolate and sweets. Then we have the land of do as you please, the land of topsy-turvy, the land of spells, the land of dreams, and the land of tempers. So I'd like you to pause the video now and have a think. What is going on in all these lands? What might you see there? If you didn't already know, all of the lands that I just mentioned were part of a book series created by Enid Blyton. Now I know many Year 3s and 4s already know who Enid Blyton is, and they are from her book series called The Faraway Tree. Now in The Faraway Tree there are 4 children who go on lots of adventures in this magic tree, and at the very top they have some clouds, and the clouds all hold different lands and it moves around, and the lands that we just mentioned were lands that the children came across in the books. Now I have a couple of examples of the lands that we just had a look at. See if your ideas were similar to the ones that Enid Blyton came up with. So in the land of tempers, everyone has a bad temper. If anyone loses their temper here, they will have to stay there forever. That doesn't sound like a very nice land. And then we also have the land of topsy-turvy. This land is a peculiar place where everybody walks on their hands and everything is upside down. A policeman gets angry at Joe. Joe is one of the children. So he puts a spell on Joe to turn him on his hands too. That doesn't sound very good, does it? Now, I am going to read to you a part of one of Enid Blyton's stories that introduces the land of do as you please. Now, you can pause this video and read it yourself if you like, or you can read along with me. With shrieks and squeals of delight, Rick pressed up the little ladder through the cloud. A lantern hung at the top of the hole to give them light. But, lo and behold, as soon as they had got into the land above the cloud, it was daytime. How extraordinary! The children stood and gazed round it. It seemed a very exciting land, rather like a huge amusement park. There were roundabouts going round and round in time to music. There were swings and seesaws. There was a railway train puffing along busily, and there were small aeroplanes flying everywhere with brownies, pixies and goblins having a fine time in them. Goodness, doesn't this look exciting? Said Beth. I wonder where Moonface and Silky are. Now, that sounds like a really exciting place to be, doesn't it? I think I'd prefer to go to this land than the land of tempers. I'd like you to now have a think. What do you think might happen in this world of do as you please? What is unusual about it? How do you think you would react if you visited this land? Now you can pause and write your ideas down for this part, or you can tell your teddy or an adult or tell the screen what you think. Now I would like you to imagine that you are going to climb the magic faraway tree. Have a little think. What land will you find at the top? What will happen there? How long will you stay? Who will you meet there? What happens if you stay in the land too long? Have a little jot down of some ideas of a land that you would like to go to and answer some of these questions. We will be coming back to this later, so don't worry if you haven't got all of your ideas together just yet. Now, I have created a land of my own. I have created a land of enchanted books, and I've written down my introduction to the land and what I might see if I climbed up the magic faraway tree. As I climbed over the top of the branches, I couldn't believe my eyes. Towering above me, as tall as skyscrapers, were hundreds upon hundreds of books. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw something quickly scurry by. Then, as quick as a flash, a mighty book ran past me. I soon realised that these were no ordinary books. Books about courageous knights galloped all over the land, bravely and boldly ordering the other books around. Books about cunning thieves crept silently around, lurking behind bookshelves in the shadows. Books about wild animals roared and chased other books. The ones containing stories set in the winter shivered, covering their neighbours with snow and frost. This was the strangest place I had ever been. Now, I'd like you to have a look at what I have written. What are some of the features that you can see in my story so far? Now, I have highlighted some different types of words that I have included. I have included some adjectives, so some words to describe. I've got towering, mighty, courageous, cunning, wild. I have also included some verbs, so ran, galloped, crept, roared, chased. I have also included some adverbs, so some words to describe the verb. So quickly scurry, silently, bravely, boldly. And I have also included a few similes. As tall as a skyscraper, as quick as a flash. Now that you've seen my example and the example from Enid Blyton's books, I'd like you to further think about an idea for your land. I have given some examples here that you might like to use, but you can create any land that you like. You don't have to use one of these. So for example, I've got the land of happiness, the land of the future, the land of opposites. That might be quite an interesting one to do. The land of noise, the land of zero gravity. I like the idea of that one. But like I said, you can choose any land that you would like to use. So, now your task is to write a descriptive story about your land at the top of the magic faraway tree. Don't forget to include adjectives, verbs, adverbs, similes and different sentence starters in your story. Now I've included some possible sentence starters here that you might like to use to get you started. You can also go back to the slide with the questions on that I showed you before to get more of your ideas flowing. I really can't wait to see what sort of lands that you come up with. So, once you have finished creating your wonderful land and writing a really descriptive piece of work about it, I would like you to upload it to Purple Mash, or you can email it to me, or you can write it on a piece of paper, take a photo, and you might want to use to email it. And I I've got an extra fun activity for you as well. So once you have finished, I would like you to have a little challenge and to draw a picture of your fantasy land. So make sure that you include everything that you described in your writing. I really can't wait to hear your stories, and I can't wait to see what you get up to in your land at the top of the magic faraway tree. Bye!